Hi there, this is Ronnie Mervis from Mervis Diamond Importers, and in this clip we're going to talk about events which occur occasionally and which you should certainly be aware of. I'd like to talk to you about three things: synthetic diamonds, color-enhanced diamonds, and fracture-filled diamonds. Two of them are certainly bad, one is not, but you should know what we're talking about. Now, real diamonds are formed in nature. Many of them were formed over 1 billion years ago. They lay around for many, many years. I don't know how many years there are in 1 billion, but I think there are 1 billion. Some of them took 1 million years to crystallize. That's a real diamond. But they are mined at great expense. Tremendous amount of technology and know-how goes into deep level mining and in offshore oceanside mining. And what you get is a natural product, cut and polished to perfection, which is the pleasure of most men to put on the lady of their choice's finger. However, there is a new phenomenon, and that is synthetic diamonds or man-made diamonds. The producers of them claim that they're exactly the same, except that it didn't take 1 billion years to make them, and they weren't formed in nature. But there are people who are producing synthetic diamonds now, emulating the process, taking pure carbon gas and compressing it under great temperature and great pressure into a so-called diamond. There is discussion going on in the Federal Trade Commission and other places whether a diamond which is produced artificially can be called a natural diamond or not. Some people say, how can it be natural if it wasn't formed in nature? Other people say, well, if it has the same components and made in the same process, it should be a natural diamond. The debate is whether it should be a natural diamond, a simulated diamond, or a synthetic diamond. And in any event, whatever it is, does it have the same value to you? For a guy who's proposing to a girl, saying, will you be my wife, will you marry me and be the mother of my children and spend 50 years with me? And instead of me spending a significant amount of money and buying a beautiful diamond, I got this one for 20 bucks, will it do? Is there going to be the same amount of cachet? That is for you to decide. And you should always consider, if a diamond is offered at a price which may be too low, is it a real diamond or is it a synthetic diamond? And if it's a synthetic diamond, is it a real diamond? So there is something for you to think about. My personal opinion is, as long as it is disclosed for what it is, no great crime, but you should know. There may be the tendency with unscrupulous dealers to sell something which is not the natural diamond as the real thing. You should know. Next, I want to talk about two other things which I think are very bad and which you shouldn't buy under any circumstances. One is a fracture-filled diamond. I made the point earlier on that every diamond has some or other minor inclusion. That's the law of nature. Everything has some slight imperfection somewhere. There is a technique afoot where diamonds which have got inclusions in them can be drilled. With a laser drill, one can drill right down to the very root of the inclusion, and then by soaking the diamond under pressure in sulfuric acid, the black spot can be bleached out, and therefore a diamond which had inclusions have now been made inclusion-free. Only thing is, you now have a little tunnel going from the exterior of the diamond into the center where the black spot was drilled out. So therefore the tunnel gets filled, and there are various media components which are used to fill that space, and it can be pretty well hidden. The risk is, however, that with the passage of time, that silicon or whatever it is that is used to fill the fracture and which is transparent, with time either becomes opaque, and so you can see it. It's almost as if you have a root canal and the root has been filled, and then it begins to fall out again. Reputable organizations, ours for instance, will not sell you a fracture-filled diamond under any circumstances. It simply doesn't exist. But there are other organizations who will sell a fracture-filled diamond, and if they're going to do it properly, you as a consumer should be informed that it is a fracture-filled diamond and that the diamond has been significantly, that it has a low price and it should come at a low price because it's not the natural thing. And there's no crime about it as long as there is adequate disclosure, as there is with the next issue that I want to talk about, and that is color-enhanced diamonds. When we spoke about color as one of the 4 C's, I mentioned that there is no great difference in beauty between a diamond which is in one color range or the next. And that the principal difference occurs because one occurs more frequently in nature than the other, and rarity is a huge factor which influences the price of diamonds. So what happens if one takes a low color diamond, enhances the color artificially, by subjecting it to some sort of radiation and improves the color. Does the diamond then become a genuine colorless diamond? And if so, or an improved color diamond, has its color improved and has its price improved? Should the diamond now be sold as a higher color diamond because that's what it is, but it was artificially enhanced to that situation? And really, if we're talking about rarity, it is not a rare diamond at all. It is one of many that might have been of a poor color, but it's had its color enhanced. Or should it be treated as a low color diamond which has been artificially imbued? Again, I think that the fact that the diamond is color enhanced in itself is not all that bad, but it has to be disclosed, and there should be a certificate saying this diamond is either color enhanced or fracture filled, and you know about it, and you've been explained the differences, and it's up to you to select it. But it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes diamonds which are fracture filled or color enhanced are not sold with certificates, bearing that point out. They're sold as being what they're not, and let the buyer beware. Going back to something that we spoke about in a previous clip when we were talking about internet shopping, that is just something to be aware of. Oftentimes a diamond which is being sold at a price which is just too good, and where the bargain is something that you can't resist, you have to question, is that a natural diamond or has it been altered? Something for you to think about. We can't offer solutions to everything in this series of clips, but it is certainly something for you to be aware of and a question that you are well advised to ask. Thank you very much. This is Ronnie Mervis from Mervis Diamond Importers, thanking you for watching this segment.